Hello everyone, for today's video I didn't want to do a Xenoverse 2 fight video because this Xenoverse 2 survey is extremely important. Well, why is this survey so important, Jack? I hear you ask in a chorus of questions. Well, I'm very happy that you asked. So long story short, Xenoverse 3, while there isn't any official confirmation at the moment, it's probably going to happen. Xenoverse 2 has shipped, and there's a difference between shipped and sold, but it shipped 1.4 million copies, and that's only from the first 5 days. And I believe it took Xenoverse 1 around a month to ship 1.5 million copies, so that should tell you something. Just in case you don't know, shipped means how many units have been sent to the store to be sold. And because Namco Bandai have shipped 1.4 million units, that must mean that they are very confident that the game will do very well. And by the way, this does not include digital copies, which I know a lot of people, myself included, have brought. I am getting a bit sidetracked, but basically, long story short, Xenoverse 3 is probably going to happen, and that means that everything that's in Xenoverse 2 will be in the base game for Xenoverse 3. But with that being said, I think it's worth saying that it's within reason. For example, Content City probably won't be in Xenoverse 3 just because they will probably go and change the hub world like what they did from Xenoverse 1's Tokitoki City to Xenoverse 2's Content City. I'm talking about things such as clothing, instructors, quests, stages, characters, attacks, things like that. So because of this, and because of how well the Xenoverse franchise has done so far, this survey will affect future Dragon Ball games that are not related to the Xenoverse franchise. And that's why this survey is so important. I deliberately spoke slowly there for a reason, because I want to really make sure you guys understand that. This survey is so important, and you all need to go and fill it out. It will take you maybe 5 or 10 minutes to fill it out. It's not very long. I'll put a link to the survey at the very top of the description. Altogether, there's 17 pages to this survey, but for this video, I want to focus on the very last page of the survey, which I think is the most important. So as you can see here, there's 2 boxes, and the first one isn't as important as the second, but I'll still go over it. So it's basically asking you if there's any problems or concerns with the game localization. So what I did here was I typed in on Google Xenoverse 2 typos, and this Tumblr page came up. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check that out. There's some pretty funny typos that are in Xenoverse 2, and I mean, while they are funny, let's be fair, they shouldn't be in the game at all. So hopefully they can take a look at this page and fix them. And now the most important part of the survey is if you have any comments, concerns, or anything at all really about the game, leave them in this box here. So what I've done is I've put together a list of features that are very requested throughout the community of things that people want for Xenoverse 2. I'll go over what I've posted in a moment, but I honestly do believe that everything I've listed here can be added as a free update for Xenoverse 2. If you do agree with what I've said, I'll leave what I've posted here in the description so you can just copy and paste it in, and I'll leave a paste bin link. I'd also strongly recommend doing this survey on a PC or laptop just so it's faster and easier. So firstly, I've put Saiyan Tails, Spiky Super Saiyan 1 and Spiky Super Saiyan 2 hair, not wigs, and the ability to change their aura in our base form. I should also mention that the list I've made does favour Saiyans because, well, let's be fair, the series itself is about a Saiyan, so naturally the games will reflect this. A Saiyan tail accessory and Spiky Super Saiyan 1 and 2 hair speak for themselves. They're a meme at this point, I don't need to go over them again. I put here the ability to change our base form aura because honestly, if a Super Saiyan 3 had a pink aura, for example, or if the Frieza race transformation had a blue aura when it's obviously supposed to be golden, I just don't think it would work properly. So I'd say leave the aura customization to our base forms only. Next, I've put the ability to select whichever avatars we want that we've created in the versus selection screen. Again, this one speaks for itself. We should be able to select whichever avatars we want, regardless of their race, gender, or whatever, in the versus selection screen without having to log out of Content City then log back in with the character that we want to play as. This is something that definitely is possible because in the Xenoverse 1 and the Xenoverse 2 in-store and the convention demos, it's there. You can look up footage for yourselves. I mean, I really don't know why this isn't in the base game because it's something that everyone wants. Like, we want this. Next I've put Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan 4 transformations for our created Saiyan avatars. I want these transformations because they look epic. I don't want them for an additional damage bonus beyond Super Saiyan 3, so I would make these basically a reskinned version of Super Saiyan 3, so it'll take 5 bars of ki to use, and so that'll have the, I think it's the 125% damage bonus from the base form. Next I've asked for the Xenoverse 1 and the Xenoverse 2 unused maps to be unlocked for online play. These maps include Frieza Spaceship, Tokitoki City and the Towa controlled city stage from the Unknown Age. Next I've listed for new accessories the time ring that Goku Black wears and the Potara earrings. Again, these speak for themselves because they're accessories. Realistically speaking, these more than likely will be added regardless in a future DLC update, so for those I guess we just have to wait. Next I've listed for the quests, instructor progress and just the general unlock progress that we have to continue when we make a new avatar. Now apparently Namco Bandai are already aware of this issue. From what I've heard, they are working on a quote unquote fix, but I don't know, but if not, then this is something that does need to be changed. I don't mind at all leveling up a new character, that's to be expected, and I certainly don't mind if they want to redo the story mode from scratch, but the fact that progress from, for example, parallel quests, challenge and advancement tests don't carry over when you make a new character is just, quite frankly, it's just stupid. There's no point to it, and that's the biggest reason why I haven't bothered making new characters yet outside of a few Saiyans. Second to last, I've mentioned the Elder Kai challenge quest number 13, which is almost impossible to do, and as of me recording this, I still haven't managed to do it. I don't know if I'm missing something here, like if you have to have a certain mentor to do it properly, but the NPC will just continuously fall out of the combos and just not register what I'm pressing. Maybe I'm just doing something wrong here. I don't think I am, but if there is something here that I'm missing, feel free to leave a comment to try and help me out, please. And finally, for my list of changes and implements, I've listed being able to change the Xenoverse 1 hero after you clear the story mode for the first time. When you use the data transfer from Xenoverse 1 to Xenoverse 2, it doesn't just transfer over one character, it transfers over all of the data for all of your avatars. I just think it will be a very nice feature if, once we clear the story mode for the first time, we can then go back and change which hero we want, and that of course will change what the statue looks like in Content City and what hero we encounter in the Xenoverse 2 story mode. But with that being said, I do think they should keep it so that only the skills and the clothing from the first hero that we select on our first playthrough will be unlocked from the beginning of Xenoverse 2, just so people aren't abusing it and that they can't unlock 32 super attacks pretty easily. I mean, hell, they can make it so that this is a secret feature and it only becomes available once we Z-rank every single story mode mission. So with that being said, I do want to thank you all for watching and listening to me. Everything that you will need for this survey will be in the description, so please make sure you go and check that out. And once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.